You can do things in the Magewell Director's audio mixer that simply can't be done with normal audio mixers. In fact, it's not just one audio mixer, it's several. And it gives you the power to mix different audio for different scenes. Hello there, my name is Anthony Barocas, and in this video I'm going to show you the power of the Magewell Director's audio mixer, including how to have one scene sound completely different than another, how to leverage the director's capabilities for mix minus, how to adjust your headphone volume separate from the program audio, how Bluetooth enables you to go wireless, how to have the director mix the audio for you, how using Solo can help you find bad audio sources, and how the audio mixing itself can be given to another operator that never even touches the Magewell Director. The audio mixer is the unsung hero, the technical wizard of the Magewell Director that enables you to do some fantastic things. Let's give it a look. You call up the audio mixer by touching the little audio mixer icon at the bottom left of the screen, right here. Now, you can customize which buttons you see here, but I always recommend keeping the audio mixer button on the screen because a good audio can make or break a show. People will watch through a stuttery streaming video if the audio is good, but if the audio is overmodulated, clipping, or just bad, particularly for content such as worship services, lectures, or corporate presentations, they may not care so much about the picture. Now, when you bring up the audio mixer, on the left is your program level. You can see your audio levels using the accurate stereo meters. Stereo makes it easy to see if a microphone is on one channel or both. The slider here adjusts your output level up or down. This is also your recorded program level. The speaker icon at the bottom turns this audio on or off. At the top, you'll see two numbers. The left one shows you your peak audio level in decibels. The right one tells you the decibel setting of the slider. This is common across all the meters. The second slider to the right is for your audio monitoring. You can hear your program in wired or Bluetooth headphones, or feed this into a room so that everyone can hear the program. Let me note here that this is separate from the audio level of the director itself, which can be adjusted by dragging down from the top of the screen. You're going to want to make sure this level is up before adjusting the headphone level in the program mixer. There's something here I want you to pay attention to. Look closely at the word monitor, and you'll see a little drop-down arrow and smaller text telling you where the monitor audio output is going. Touch the word monitor, and the menu drops down. This is where you can choose to send the monitor audio to either the headphone jack or a Bluetooth device like headphones that you've paired to the director using the Bluetooth control in settings. Now here is the first little feature that can make a big difference in your productions using the Magewell Director. There's an option in the monitor menu to turn off hearing the analog microphone or line input. I want to mention that this could also be a line input from an external mixing board or your Bluetooth audio input. This is a huge feature, and let me explain why. Let's say you're doing a self-hosted show using the director, kind of like this. You want to hear when the pre-show music ends, you want to hear any clips that you play back or audio from the cameras, but you don't want to hear your own voice coming from the analog input because it's going to need to be delayed to match with the other camera inputs that are being synchronized in the director hardware. This resynchronization adds a bit of delay, so when the analog audio is delayed to match the video, it's hard to keep talking when you hear yourself with an echo. This menu option enables you to remove your microphone or line audio input from what you hear while still being able to hear everything else. For productions that need mix minus, the Magewell Director delivers. This brings us right to the third audio slider, the mic input. Right underneath the title, it tells you whether it is set to mic or line level. When you plug something into the analog input, an overlay will appear on the screen asking you whether this is mic level or line level. Now let me explain what that means. Mic level is if you are plugging in a microphone, like a wireless microphone receiver, which outputs a lower audio level, what we typically call mic level. This will be substantially lower than if you were plugging in the output of an audio mixing board that uses a higher audio level standard called line level. So if your mixer input is too loud and distorted, your audio input is probably set to mic level and you're feeding it a louder level. Just disconnect your audio, plug it back in, and select the proper audio level when the overlay appears. Similarly, if your microphone level, shown in the director interface, is way too low and very quiet, unplug your input, plug it back in, and change your setting to a microphone input. Remember, whatever you're using as the source here for your mic input is what you can disable from hearing in your headphones so you aren't bothered by an echo in your ears while producing or hosting your show. I should mention that the analog input isn't the only way to connect an external mixing board. If you have a separate mixing board that can connect via USB, you can connect it to one of the director's USB inputs. Looking at the bottom of the mic input, and also the rest of the inputs, you'll now see two icons, and touching on any of these icons delivers some special features. First, the speaker icon turns that input on or off. On the HDMI and other inputs, touching the left icon brings up a menu where you can set that input to be always on, it shows a speaker, always off, a speaker is crossed out, or a feature called Audio Follows Video, or AFV. AFV means that when you put that camera input on screen in program, the director will automatically turn that source's audio on for you at the level you've preset in the slider. When you take that source out of program and cut away to something else, that source's audio is turned off automatically. So with AFV, if you're doing sports and have a sideline camera for coaches' interviews, when you bring that input to program, the audio comes with it. The audio follows video. And when you cut away to something else, the audio from that sideline camera is turned off automatically. You don't even have to think about it. Once you set the channel to Audio Follows Video, the director mixes the audio for that channel automatically. On the right side, under every input is a headphone icon. This is what we call the solo button. Touching it makes it go red, which is pretty standard in the industry, and it lets you hear only that input. Solo, all by itself. This can help you sort out and find a noisy input or isolate a specific feed as you adjust that audio level. Touching the red solo button again turns it off, and now you hear everything in the monitor feed. Now I want to bring your attention to a little icon to the right of the name of each input that you have connected. It's a little link icon, like a chain link. You can see we have a very capable audio mixer that applies to all of the scenes that you create. But the director interface has an amazing feature that lets you unlink a channel and have a different mix for that scene. Why would you do this? I can tell you because it's a feature I use with each of my own shows. In general, I want to use my audio, which is coming through my camera connected to HDMI input 1. But I have a pre-show scene with background music that also uses HDMI 1, so that I'm on camera. But I don't want to have my microphone on during the pre-show. So when you click the link icon and it shows a break, then that input setting is different for this and only this scene. So I can manually turn down that audio to 0. My microphone is off during pre-show and the audience just hears the music, even though my camera with the microphone is in program. Then I have the countdown automatically switch from the pre-show scene to my camera 1 scene, which has my microphone on, as it will be with all of the other scenes.
Hello everyone.
This way I can switch between any of the scenes, even create new ones on the fly during the show, and not have to worry about my audio not being there. It's only the pre-show and actually the post-show scenes that are specifically set up so they are unlinked. And my microphone is turned down just for those scenes. This is a very powerful feature, essentially delivering you as many different audio mixers as you have scenes. 12 different audio mixes? That is possible. This is the power of the Magewell Director. The last feature I want to cover is the ability for you to do audio mixing without touching the Magewell Director at all. There's actually several ways to do this. One of the easiest and handiest ways to do this is with a mobile device. The Magewell Director Utility app, available for iOS and Android, enables you to control many features of the Director on another touchscreen surface. You just need to launch the Director Utility, click on Remote Assistant, connect to your Director, and then down at the bottom, there's the volume controls. You click on that, and now you have an audio mixer just like on the Director Mini itself, but it's on a separate device, and it is able to control your audio sliders as if you were touching the Director Mini itself. More importantly, you get to hear the audio here, and you can hand this to someone sitting next to the Director, and they can control and adjust the audio without ever touching the Director Mini. It also means that the person switching cameras never has to stop switching cameras to do audio. They can keep their focus on the program, knowing that someone else is focused on ensuring the audio is good. You can also do this on a laptop computer on the local area network by logging into the Director's web interface. Once you log in and you navigate to the mixer screen, you'll see the same audio mixer, and it works the same way, delivering all this capability to whomever you want to run your audio. They could be sitting next to you or anywhere on the local area network. Additionally, if you have a computer on the network, you can use Magewell's official Stream Deck plugin to control many of the features of the Director, including audio. Having a physical button can be handy for many reasons. For instance, on-camera hosts can have a button to briefly mute their microphones if they need to cough. Lastly, if you're signed up with a Magewell Control Hub cloud account and have connected your Director to the Control Hub, then the person operating your audio mix could be anywhere on the planet that has internet. The Magewell Director is a fantastic all-in-one video tool. But as you've seen, it's equally impressive with its audio capabilities. From mix minus to audio follows video, from Bluetooth connections to solo channels, to the ability to have as many different audio mixes as you have scenes, and to control that audio from anywhere. The Director interface can't be beat when it comes to empowering you to deliver good audio.